We are Preston and Shauna, sailing our 1988 Catalina 36 around the Pacific Northwest. Between the two of us, we have 7 kids, and we have a little time before our nest is completely emptied. Join us for the next 5 years of sailing adventures as we learn the ropes and make plenty of mistakes, gearing up for the day we can sell all our crap and become full-time liveaboards, sailing off into the sunset. So I think it's a good idea to break down my tantrum that I had, and or rather what led up to my tantrum that I had, all the things that went wrong when we tried to pull out the Genoa and sail on our last outing. So as I said in the original video, we have 2, I guess call them spare halyards, but they're used for stuff like that. My kids and me just use them as swings, rope swings off the boat. Anyway, we'd already been on the boat for a while, so I just wasn't thinking, and so I wasn't set up to just boom start sailing. And when we're in our slip or at anchor, I tie those halyards off somewhere so they're not banging against the mast all the time. So I clip them over to the safety lines, and you can see in the video here the one on the starboard side is still clipped, and as I pull out the Genoa sheet isn't going around it, it's going on the inside of it and gets caught up. So that was number 1 that started everything off, and normally that's fine. We turn to the wind, sort it out, that's fine. But then as we turn into the wind, the Genoa starts flogging all over the place, just whipping back and forth. The sheet, it doesn't come out of the car, but there's so much slack created in the Genoa sheet that when I go back out there to grab the sheet again, I grab it ahead of where it is in the car and start wrapping it around the winch. I don't know how else to say it, ahead of the car. So that's why the winch kept the sheet kept jamming on itself in the winch. So I'm going, what the heck is going on here? And it's pretty obvious when you rewatch the video, going, well, dude, yeah, you've grabbed part of the sheet that's ahead of the car. Later on, I realized that, and that's when we got the sailing to work after my big tantrum. So, speaking of which, I think I don't know if it's gonna be more burdensome than helpful, but I'm thinking about putting a knot in the end of both the sheets so the sheets can't fly out into the water and get caught up into our propeller. And the last thing I want to do is jump in this water and cut line off my propeller, because there's seals in this water, and that's scary, and the water's cold. But mostly, I don't want to be in this murky water and turn around, there's a seal right there. No thanks. I'll probably shit myself and have a heart attack at the same time. And Sean will be left bobbing because she's not going in there to get me. There's seals in the water.
Found myself on these leper streets again. Tried to resist, tried to keep from giving in so long ago. So long ago. Living in the north, repeat a terrifying dream. Just one more frozen body floating down the stream. I never know. Never know. The city lights might illuminate my face. Go south on your map, till you forget this place. It's so hard to find hope when you're selling snow. Nothing can fool misery, she'll drag you through the cold. Awakened by your songs of joy on nights as black as cold. Nowhere to go, nowhere to go. 1,000 miles of restless highway challenges my fight. Just one more hollow body screaming through the night. So far from home, so far from home. The city lights might illuminate my face. Go south on your map till you forget this place. It's so hard to find hope when you're selling snow.
Everyone's sailing except us. It's because the wind's right on our beam, on our bow. It's not because I'm lame. What's going on, Shauna?
It's windy, and we're not going anywhere.
We've admitted defeat. We still have about 12 miles to go, and we're only going slightly over 2 knots, and the current's just gonna get worse. And there's a fog bank coming in, and I'm not gonna have anywhere to ditch. So, admitting defeat, and we're gonna hop into a little harbor here and finish the trip off early in the morning.
Hard to find hope when you're selling snow.
Lighting.
Those super expensive $2,000 Hondas, maybe they're more than that. They're friggin' expensive. This thing was $400, something like that. Slightly louder, if at all. I don't know, I'm pretty impressed with how quiet it is. Oh yes. It's like rope burn heavy if you let go of it. It's looks like the inlet looks like a whale tail, and inside there's an island called Treasure Island. Of course, from the map, I looked at it from Google Maps, and there's a big mansion on it. But
So they own
it's
it,
called,
basically?
yeah, it's called Treasure Island, so I figure we'll go exploring there. There's Mr.
Why? Why do you do these things? Does he have two that sound like that?
Yep. Which is called...
Shit.
Oh my god.
I always get them all mixed up.
Why?
I don't know.
What's ours? Oh my god. A sloop. We're like the simplest.
I know.
We're a sloop.
And then there's the catch.
Which is... What's the perfect example of a catch?
I don't know.
Delos.
Delos, that's what I was gonna say, but I wasn't sure. Shut up. And
I
then
mean, I think there's more than 3, because I've heard people see some other, but all I can memorize is 3 right now. Basically, if there's a mizzen mast, that's a ketch, which is 1 mast and 2 sails. That's a sloop. And then when you have 2 sails, which is like it's like an inner
like
foresail,
that
I guess you
one,
go. Yeah, that's a cutter.
cutter. That's the other one I can think of.
The song of the blackbird, how it speaks to me. Your eyes from a distance, fixed on my misery.
Okay, Sean, you have to read that for everyone on YouTube.
Port Madison Bay, according to various sources.
Okay, that's enough.
Last is just a memory. We only live for minutes, but we'll devour centuries. Oh, I see you sitting there on the stage with your pink hair.
So this is how I hoist up our new dinghy, which is a lot heavier than the old one. The old one I could just lift up with one hand. This is quite a bit heavier. I have 2 lines from the side, like 2 eye rings, I guess you call them. One on the back, one on the front. The back one goes to one cleat. The bow one goes to another cleat. I cleat them up real nice and tight, lifted about a foot out of the water. And then I run a bridle attached to the other side of the dinghy up through 1 block up by my solar panels, down through a block down by the down below by the boat, and then I cleat it off. Very simple, really easy.